50 metres. Favourite Planet Hollywood ahead of Bob and Grey Sovereign. Off they go. Dracas a little slow. Hear My Prayers began quickly. Sergeant Pepper out fast, and also Tally Lies is prominent with Grey Sovereign. Planet Hollywood is settling in behind them, and they're followed by Catchaliri. Bob is a clear last as they come to the first of 14 fences now, and all jumping it successfully with Hear My Prayers out wide, the leader from Tally Lies. Catchaliri near the inside. Sergeant Pepper and Grey Sovereign are next when they go to this fence, followed by Persian Roll. Funny Fella. Dracas out wide, and then Thames when they prepare to swing down to the lane. Behind these horses, Planet Hollywood, who's got well back in the field. He's third to last into the bend, followed by Quick Dance and Bob on the rails last of all. Tally Lies, Sergeant Pepper, the two leaders. Oh, Sergeant Pepper didn't jump that one at all well in second placing there, and Tally Lies leads him. He switches to the inside now, and Sergeant Pepper over the next. Hear My Prayers drop back into third placing now. A length and a half further back is Catchaliri, Persian Roll. Funny Fella over on the inside when they go to the next fence. Then Grey Sovereign moving up outside Dracas. Planet Hollywood about 4 lengths further back in the field as they come towards the sixth fence in the race. There is Thames when they leap this one. Planet Hollywood not jumping it well there, fourth last. Bob is second last. Quick Dance is last of all. Here's the seventh fence, and it's Tally Lies the leader. Over it in front, Persian Roll moving up outside Sergeant Pepper. Then Grey Sovereign on the outside in fourth. In behind those Dracas, who's travelling 3 wide just inside Grey Sovereign. Hear My Prayers next, and Funny Fella. About 2 lengths further back, Catchaliri, Planet Hollywood. 3 to Thames, 3 to Bob, and 2 to Quick Dance. So they head to the back of the course now, about to climb the hill, and Tally Lies the leader. A length and a half to Persian Roll, a length to Sergeant Pepper, 3/4 to Dracas, fourth the outside. In between runners, Hear My Prayers, Funny Fella on the rail, then Grey Sovereign. 1 further back is Catchaliri, Planet Hollywood following it, and then Thames, and a break of about 8 lengths further back to Bob, who races on the inside of Quick Dance. So they're about to climb the hill now. Tally Lies is heading out to the back of the course, and here's a double coming up. He meets the first of it in front of Persian Roll, and close up on the inside Sergeant Pepper with Dracas, who's between horses when they come to the second of that double. 3 lengths behind these horses then at the head of the others, Hear My Prayers, and they're followed by Grey Sovereign. 2 lengths further back, Catchaliri over on the inside, being followed by Funny Fella, Planet Hollywood, Thames, about 10 lengths to Persian Roll, and 10 or 12 lengths to Bob, who is struggling to pick his feet up. 1400 to go. He couldn't even see the leader. He's going that bad. I think he's going to pull him up, Brett Scott. He is. So they go to the first of the double up on top of the hill. Bob's been pulled out of the race. Second of the double near the 1200. Tally Lies led Dracas over it. When they jump that one in third placing is Grey Sovereign, who switched between horses running on well from Sergeant Pepper. Hear My Prayers next on the outside, about fifth going forward. Then Catchaliri, Planet Hollywood, who's a good way back on the inside with Thames starting a run. Back behind them 2 lengths away, Funny Fella, Persian Roll and Quick Dance. And that's it when they come down the side back pass where they started from. 3 to jump now, 800 to run. Tally Lies led, Dracas going up on the outside, and Grey Sovereign. Hear My Prayers is fourth, coming up towards the third last one now. Thames starting its run around Catchaliri, Sergeant Pepper, and Planet Hollywood is next, within about 8 or 9 lengths of the leading horses. Tally Lies being tackled by Dracas, the outside, and Grey Sovereign down near the inside. About 3 or 4 lengths in front of Hear My Prayers. Planet Hollywood making some ground down on the inside, but will need to. It's Grey Sovereign coming up to Tally Lies, who leads around the turn. Tally Lies in front of Grey Sovereign, Dracas the outside, and then Planet Hollywood. Here's the last one coming up. Terrific battle coming up here. Tally Lies jumped it in front of Grey Sovereign. Planet Hollywood still making ground, and Dracas the outside. 300 metres to go. It's Tally Lies, Dracas and Planet Hollywood along the inside. It's still Tally Lies in front. Planet Hollywood's pegging it back. Planet Hollywood getting up to Tally Lies. Planet Hollywood has taken the lead. He's come from a long way back, and Planet Hollywood drew clear and beat Tally Lies by about 2.5. Dracas third, Grey Sovereign fourth, Hear My Prayers fifth. A gap, Catchaliri, Thames. They're followed by Funny Fella and Sergeant Pepper. Quick Dance, and just cantering down about 100 metres or so behind these is Persian Roll, with Bob having been pulled out of the race after getting a terrible number.
Near the inside is Mackmore, now showing pace as Oscar Suave. Ron's bounding up in that leading group with Spinning Dancer, followed then by Uncle Dan. Next, as they settle down into stride, would be Oscar Suave. Up in that leading group goes Export Velvet, now followed further back in the race by Bright Poppy. Cashamoon a fair way out of his ground and out very wide on the course for around Crow Call. Then Milladonian Brave, Davo's Peak, and 2 away to Breedville. Down the side, Oscar Suave is sharing the lead with Ron's Bounty, a length to Spinning Dancer, 2 lengths Mackmore. Then Uncle Dan, who's losing ground by Bright Poppy. Ron's Bounty's tried to run off the track on the home turn. He's gone against the outside rail as they turn into the straight. Oscar Suave again regained the lead. Mackmore the inside. Spinning Dancer is running on, and Ron's Bounty hard up against the outside fence at the 150. Mackmore on the inside with Oscar Suave. Ron's Bounty very wide out, but Mackmore's in front from Oscar Suave, Ron's Bounty, and then followed by Export Velvet, but Mackmore wins. Mackmore won by a length on the line to Oscar Suave. Third might be Ron's Bounty, who tried to dump the jockey just past the post. Then Export Velvet, who was working home at the end with Bagpipe Blues, Crow Call. Next in Bright Poppy, followed in by Milladonian Brave, Davo's Peak, Uncle Dan. Next home, Oscar Suave, who showed pace but weakened out of it. And then followed by Cassia Moon, pulling up quickly past the post as Uncle Dan. Last in was Breedveld.
A good tip by Adam in the first race. It's home at $6.60 and $1.90. Mackmore, number 14. 8 Oscar Suave at $3.10. A photo finish for third. We'll have that third issue in a moment.
Company with Ben Dan Sir. They were followed further back by LaBoson, Stylish King, Extra Javion, Shop Centres wider out. Here's the first of 12 coming up here now. And LaBoson is a narrow leader. Ben Dan Sir dipped at that one. And going through on the inside there came Marlborough Downs. The second one in the straight here. And Marlborough Downs on the inside. And Ben Dan Sir, who almost sold out again. Going up on the outside is LaBoson of his third, followed by Extra Javion. Shops in on the inside about 3 or 4 lengths to Stylish King. And last of all then came Penny Performance. They go to the back straight on the first round now, and Marlborough Downs the leader by about a half to 3/4 of a length clear. LaBoson on the outside is second, Shops in racing third on the inside. They were followed by Ben Dan Sir. Next Extra Javion on the outside, followed by Penny Performance. And a length and a half away then came Stylish King at the tail. They're about to wheel into the back straight now, and Marlborough Downs is the lamplighter by a length and a half clear. LaBoson running second. They were followed further back by Shops in on the inside, and then came Ben Dancer on the all-white. Extra Jovial was going around the outside, 3 wide at that point. Ben Dancer again got into that one. They were followed by Penny Performance at about 2 lengths away to Stylish King. Along the back straight, and the leader was Marlborough Downs, leading by 3/4 of a length to LaBoson. They were followed further back by Shops and over on the inside, a length and a half to Extra Javion, who appears to be going sweetly. They were followed after about 2 to 3 by Ben Dancer. Stylish King didn't handle that one too well. It was back last, and Penny Performance is a long way back. The far section of the track, Marlborough Downs is holding sway by a length and a half to the good of LaBoson. About a length or so to Shops in third. They were followed by Extra Javion as they fly the next one, about 2 or 3 lengths away to Ben Dancer. Then Stylish King over on the outside, and Penny Performance at the tail of the field as they run down the side now. And they're going to do this all over again. And the leader was Marlborough Downs by about 2 lengths to the good of LaBoson. A length or so to Shops in racing third. 2 lengths away to Extra Javion. Penny Performance makes a move on the outside. Then Ben Dancer and Stylish King at the tail of the field. They've got about 18 or so 100 metres left to go. They're about to face up to these two down the straight again. And Marlborough Downs on the inside on LaBoson, followed by Shops in the outer as they go over that one. They were followed by Extra Jovial, Ben Dancer over on the inside, then Stylish King and Penny Performance. At the second one again on the straight. This will be the last one on the next round. And the leader was Marlborough Downs by a length and a half LaBoson. 2 lengths away to Extra Jovial, giving a slap along there, followed by Shops in. About a length and a half to Stylish King. They were followed by Ben Dancer and a half length to Penny Performance at the tail. They've got 1,400 metres to go on the Ridge Fisher Memorial Wimmera National Hurdle. And the leader, Marlborough Downs, has done a good job at the head of affairs by 2 lengths to the good of LaBoson. Extra Jovial taking closer order on the outside, a length or so to Stylish King. About 2 lengths further back in the field there, Penny Performance, followed by Ben Dancer and Shops in at the tail. 1,200 metres to go. And it's still Marlborough Downs by a length and a half to Extra Jovial, moving up and around the outside of LaBoson. Extra Jovial, LaBoson down. LaBoson down at that one. And the leader now, Extra Jovial, leading by about a half length to Marlborough Downs inside the 1,000 metre mark. 12 lengths away, Stylish King, Penny Performance and Ben Dancer. Along the back they go up to the next one, Extra Jovial, the outside, Marlborough Downs. They lead a dozen lengths, Stylish King, followed by Penny Performance, and Ben Dancer is tailed off inside the 800 metre mark now. And they've got about 3 left to get over. And Extra Jovial, the leader. Extra Jovial coming up to the third last one, about 2 lengths to Marlborough Downs. At that one, Extra Jovial, 3 lengths Marlborough Downs. 6 lengths away under the whip, Stylish King, and about 4 lengths Penny Performance and Ben Dancer. They're running down the side with about 600 metres to go, and Extra Jovial's careered away in the lead. It's Extra Jovial about 6 lengths out in front. Stylish King improving up on the inside. Then Marlborough Downs about 4 lengths further back. Then Penny Performance. 300 metres to go on the point of the turn and 2 jumps to get over. And Extra Jovial 4 or 5 lengths to Stylish King, still whacking away. They were followed by Penny Performance at the second last. Extra Jovial over it clear of Stylish King, Penny Performance and Marlborough Downs. 1 to get over. Extra Jovial is clear over Stylish King. Here's the last. Extra Jovial up and over, skimmed through it, but got away with it. And Extra Jovial clear and comes away to win the hurdle by about 4 lengths to Stylish King. 6 lengths away third, then came Penny Performance. They were followed by Mal.
There'll be 2, 4, 5, race 1 stall. They're set in Sydney. Here is John Tapp for the first at Warwick Farm.
Thank you, Matt. Yes, we're waiting for LALO to come up and complete the line in clearing weather in Sydney, thank goodness. They've had a heap of rain here. Be interesting to see how the track races in this first event. LALO moves up on the outside of the field. The starter hits the button and they're off and running. And Vain Streak and Sonic Switch are the best away. Beginning smartly and heading towards the lead, King Vogue. Charity Springer's hard ridden to make ground. Alcides wide out is showing some early pace. And Euclidean on the fence is going to settle in the box seat. King Vogue got a check there, lost a little ground. LALO is travelling wide on the outside of My Lady. And back last is Metro Girl to the 600 metres mark, and Sonic Switch is just the leader over Vain Streak on the outside. Euclidean given the run of the race third. Alcides in the purple with the white cap is wide on the outside of Charity Spring, who's under pressure. A gap then to Parliament Horse, followed by Deadlock well back and not travelling at all from LALO, and then Metro Girl, My Lady, and dropping out last King Vogue. Into the straight, Sonic Switch about 8 off the fence is the leader over Vain Streak. Euclidean's about 3 off the rail, is running on pretty well, and then Charity Spring. But coming to the 200, Sonic Switch got away from them. Sonic Switch is well clear of Charity Spring and Vain Streak. Euclidean can't do any better. Sonic Switch is absolutely revelling in the ground and ridden right out by Brian York. Wins it easily over Charity Spring, Vain Streak third, and a distant fourth, Euclidean. Then My Lady, Deadlock, Metro Girl. At the head of the others, Parliament Horse, followed by LALO. Well back is Alcides, and King Vogue is last after getting a check in the middle stages. Mind you, it probably would have finished there without the check because it was a long way back. Well, Brian York replaced Jimmy Cassidy, who became indisposed midway through the day yesterday. And B. York has picked up another late ride. And home he goes. Rides short, doesn't he, B. York? As most of them do nowadays. All right, Matt, back to you as the numbers go up. 7, 8 and 3 on the first of the day. And the winner pays $3.10 and $1.40.
Righto, John, thanks. And Brian York's winner has come at Jimmy Cassidy's expense, and Jim's also replaced in the third race today by Brian on Rosy Clouds. Race 3, number 6 is now Brian York. That's the first from Sydney. Maryborough race 2. We've got 2-year-old trotters engaged in this race, and they're about to call them up. Sam Drura at $3.60, GG Wiz $6.90, Vermeer at $5.90, and then to Alice Bloomfield at $3.30. They look to be the main ones for this second event. Nothing else really to report. About $5,000 in the pool. 2,000 metres is the journey of the upcoming race. The Redwood Consolation Trot at Maryborough. And they're about to call them up now. The Sunshine Coast, Bin Tan Man $1.60, Bluey $5.50, Mr Mo $4.90, Prince of Dad $7.80, and Dancer's Rhythm is at $13. So Bin Tan Man at $1.60 for the first at the Sunshine Coast. Tips there from Alan Thomas, 1, 2 and 5 to fill the placings in the first. Now, correct weight, Sandown race 1. Planet Hollywood won the hurdle, $441.90. Telly Lies $3.20, Dracas $3, Quinella $25.20. The trifecta was $304 on the first. Now, Maryborough and the second race coming up fairly soon. It's one of their main days of the year at Maryborough this afternoon. The Redwood Classic for the 2-year-old trotters is the main race a little bit later on. That's race number 6, where Clays is the selection from Rick McIntosh. On the first at Casterton, Macmore $6.60 and $1.90. Oscar Suave $3.10. Ron's Bounty got third in a photo at $3.50 for a place. $59.70 Quinella. Trifecta $9.96 on race 1 with correct weight. So a big day for trotting at Maryborough this afternoon. All races are for the trotters. All 10 races on the program are for trotters. 1 Sam Drura, 4 Vermeer and Alice Bloomfield are the main 3. They're really the only 3 in commission, although GG Wiz has halved his opening quote. The first race today was won by G Jaw from 5 Lacey Truscott and 8 Maryland. That was the first. And time for race 2. This is the consolation of the Redwood Classic, and here's Rick McIntosh.
About to come up here, Matthew. Alice Bloomfield just broke a head check, and that is having to be fixed up prior to them coming up here for the consolation of the Redwood. Favourite number 4, Vermeer at $3.70. $4 for number 1, Sam Drura. $4 also for number 8, Alice Bloomfield. And $6.50 for number 3, which is GG Whiz, now trained by Nick Youngson and being driven by Clinton Youngson. The new owner is BT Lemon. So they're working on this head check with Alice Bloomfield. Huge crowd in today at Maryborough, Matthew. It's a big crowd for the 97-98 Redwood Classic meeting. Gee, that's a good crowd here. The club will be absolutely tickled pink with it, I'd imagine. Night Pistol going around, of course, in race 9, the free-for-all. And Dashing Chief, the old 12-year-old who's won the free-for-all the past 2 years. They're his last 2 race wins. He won the free-for-all last year at any old odds. He won it the year before. He's having his last start today in race number 9. It's going to be a virtually impossible task for him to win it 3 years in a row with the champ Night Pistol engaged, but what a great square gator he's been, Dashing Chief. As I said, free-for-all winner the past 2 years. And he's won 16 races from 115 starts. Over 83,000 in stakes. Night Pistol is approaching $500,000 in stakes very fastly, or very quickly, and made a clean sweep of the Grammel series at his recent racing.
OK, they're dragging the chain a bit there at Maryborough. We've got a lot of standing start racing there this afternoon too, so I guess we'll just have to be patient. Now, the Sunshine Coast Race 1, these runners are at the gates. 5 runners in the first. 170 Bintan Man, $5 Bluey, $5.20 Mr Mo, 8 for Prince of Dads and 11 for Dancer's Rhythm. That's for race 1. So let's go to the Sunshine Coast. And how are things there today, Al?
Matt, beautiful day. Absolutely magnificent. The track rated as dead for the program today. On the 4th and final day of the anniversary carnival. These runners are about to come up into the starting stalls. Bintan Man 185 and 125. Just before they jump in the first, I saw a very romantic thing in a restaurant last night. A young man called Mark Craig proposed to his girlfriend, Melissa Stewart, per the medium of a champagne bottle with the engagement ring wrapped around the top near the cork. And in that was a message to say, would you marry me? And Melissa said yes. So to Mark and Melissa, who celebrated their engagement last night at Augustine's restaurant in the city, congratulations. I know you're listening to this broadcast today. I hope you drank all that beautiful champagne you had on your table last night. The wedding is next year. I never met the people before last night. They're no friends of mine, but they're lovely people. And we wish you a very long and healthy and happy life together. To Mark Craig and Melissa Stewart, the very best. First event, Bintan Man, $1.95, $1.30. In goes Dancer's Rhythm. Mr Mo about to come up. Prince of Dads in this race, races in the club's colours of the black and gold. Now we're all set once Dancer's or Bintan Man moves forward. Bernadette Cooper riding for Paul Sutherland, and they have struck with the vengeance over the last 6 months, Bernadette and Paul. It's been a very successful racing combination. They're all set to go now. Lighters on. And under blue skies, they're about to break in the first here at the Sunshine Coast. Bluey stands okay. Off and racing now. Bintan Man was actually the first to go. Gee, nobody wants to lead in the early part. The rider of Mr Mo will go forward. Dancer's Rhythm third, followed by Bluey, and on the fence is Prince of Dads. At the end of 200 metres, there's no speed on. Mr Mo in the middle is the leader, and Ken Pope, I think, a little bit reluctant to be there. On the fence, Bintan Man over racing, or someone will have to go in a moment. Dancer's Rhythm sitting outside those 3 deep, and then came Bluey, and Prince of Dads on the fence last of all. To the top corner at the 800 metres mark, and Mr Mo's been allowed a little bit more rain. Bintan Man won't surrender, the inside running second. 3 parts of a length away, Dancer's Rhythm, and together last Prince of Dads and the inside of Bluey as the field of 5 travels past the 600 and approach the turn. Bintan Man on the inside and Mr Mo came to the bend together. Dancer's Rhythm's been 3 deep from the outset. Prince of Dads on the fence, and Bluey will be last into the straight, patiently ridden to the 400 metres mark. Bintan Man about a neck in front of Mr Bow from Dancer's Rhythm. Bluey's going to get at them in a moment, about to come to the the outside, and then Prince of Dads. Bintan Man in front at the 200. Mr. Mo in second spot. Bluey struggling momentarily, and then came Prince of Dads, but Bintan Man is the leader from Mr. Mo. Bluey and Prince of Dads. Bintan Man in front. There's not a lot in the tank. Bluey's getting home hard at the finish, but Bintan Man went home to beat Bluey. Beat him about a length and a quarter. About a head away third, Mr. Mo. Over on the fence, Prince of Dads, and last time was...
And Clinton Youngson led by 10 metres. Into second placing is Ultra Shot third, the outside Pauladon. Sam Drura fourth with the 1-1 now, then London Pride on the inside and 5 metres Vermeer. Then Brownie Jackson on the rails, followed by Mosquito Delight, Rose of Gornong. Osman and Alice Bloomfield have done plenty of chasing. They're trying to tack on, and right out the back is Ryan's Flash. Second quarter in 34.2 as they head into the back, and GG Whiz hasn't put a foot wrong yet. It led by 6 metres to Ultra Shot. 4 metres away London Pride getting to third. Then Sam Drura to the outside to try and get around Pauladon. Brownie Jackson next on the rails, followed by Vermeer, Mosquito Delight. Then Rose of Gornong, Alice Bloomfield broke again. Osman with it. Coming off the back though, GG Whiz, 400 metres out, third quarter in 31.6. It got away on the turn. 7 metres to Ultra Shot, who's into second, and coming out after GG Whiz. London Pride has run up into a dead end, and 10 metres back to Sam Drura, Pauladon, and then Brownie Jackson homeward bound in the Redwood Consolation. GG Whiz is the leader. It's still in front of Ultra Shot, trying to pick it up. London Pride can't get a run. Then Sam Drura, it's GG Whiz in front. Ultra Shot, London Pride's getting a run up on the inside. GG Whiz in front though, and GG Whiz wins it. 2 metres to Ultra Shot second, ahead in front. Oh, it's almost gone through the outside gate there, Ultra Shot. It has after the line, but it's run second, ahead in front of London Pride, who didn't have much room the last bit. Then Pauladon Vermeer, followed by Brownie Jackson, Sam Drura, Rose of Gornong, then Osman, well back Mosquito Delight, followed by Alice Bloomfield, and just clocking in was Ryan's Flash, and the final quarter in 31.1.
We've got to leave it there, but GG Whiz, $5.170 home for Clinton Youngson in the Redwood Consolation. They're just about set at Barraville at the Sunshine Coast. Bintan Man's the winner. Bernadette Cooper from Bluey and Mr. Mo, 1, 2, 3. They're just about set at Barraville for their first ever TAB race. Let's go to David Morrow.
Thank you, Matthew, and good afternoon to everyone on Sky Channel, and magnificent area, the Barraville area. This Nambucca River area blazed in sunlight, and all of the greenery certainly in its finest, as we welcome everyone throughout the length and breadth of Australia for the first event on Barraville Cup Day. And most of these look to be in. Just a bit hard to see behind the trees over there whether they're all in. I'll notice the starter now coming across towards his stand. Alpha Rose's jockey was a bit high in the irons there for a moment, but everything seems in readiness now. They come to the winning post and then they complete another lap, and they're off and racing, and they made a pretty good line when they came out. Alpha Rose between runners are spearing up towards the lead in company with Farmer Clegg. Behind the Shifty Mover, followed by Vanessa May, and Big Ellery is settling down at the tail of the field. As they travel along the back of the track for the first time, and going along in front, it's Farmer Clegg by 3/4 of a length or so. Running second at the moment, Alpha Rose, a couple away third, Shifty Mover, a neck away on its inside is Vanessa May, and a couple back at the tail of the field is Big Ellery. Up the back they go on this beautiful Barraville day, and in front and going along well at the moment is Vanessa May by half a length. Running second, Alpha Rose, a length away Shifty Mover. A half off on the inside behind these is Vanessa May, and still back at the tail of the field is Big Ellery. As they come inside that 400 metre mark, remember they've still got a lap to go when they reach the winning post, and they're bowling along at a nice even clip in front. We're in front at the moment, it is Farmer Clegg. About 3/4 of a length away on its outside at the moment is Alpha Rose, followed by Shifty Mover. Up on the inside is Vanessa May, and Big Ellery is at the tail of the field. Around the bend they come, and they come down towards the winning post, and they've got a lap to go when they reach the winning post. And this big crowd at Barraville enjoying the sunshine and the beautiful greenery in the Nambucca River Valley. And it's Farmer Clegg who takes them out of the straight and wheels back towards where they started from. Alpha Rose went a bit deep on that turn, and getting up on its inside was Shifty Mover, and Vanessa May making a line of 3 behind the leader, and still Big Ellery back at the tail of the field, but just starting to track into the race as they head towards the back straight for the second occasion. And it's Farmer Clegg in front. Alpha Rose getting it a bit closer now after being a little bit wide momentarily, has now moved to second. Shifty Mover being scrubbed up. Collis going up on the inside now on Vanessa May, and is saving a heap of ground, and Big Ellery biding its time back at the tail of the field. Farmer Clegg has given his head as they travel on the back of the track, and they head towards the 600, leads by a half. Around the outside, Alpha Rose starting to work into the race very quickly. Shifty Mover starting to yield ground, getting up now, starting to move into the race quickly. Vanessa May and Big Ellery is coming around the outside and going home very quickly indeed. Vanessa May gets up on the inside as they come towards the turn. Alpha Rose on the outside, and right round the outside here comes Big Ellery. They run on towards the home turn, and Big Ellery on the outside and Vanessa May on the inside, fighting it out with Alpha Rose behind them. The heads are swung for home, and Big Ellery quickly gives them the go by, and Big Ellery is home for all monies in the first, and Big Ellery streaking away is going to win the pub with no beer handicap, and Big Ellery first, Vanessa May second, then Alpha Rose. A gap to getting back in the field, Shifty Mover and Farmer Clegg at the tail of the field.
2, 3 and 5, they should be on race 1. Apologies for no vision. We are working on that. We were right at the start, but lost it after they'd gone about 200. We'll work on that. 350, 150 for Big Ellery. Vanessa May 130, no third for Alpha Rose. 2, 3, 5 on race 1 at Bowraville. Now, Sandown's coming up pretty soon. Race 2 is due in about a minute. Arch wins out, so Impulsive 560. Pro Pearl at 340. 28 Lorenza. Arcade up 650. Bella Toulon $3.10. 32 for Talaktoff and Dancing Jindy 15. She's from the Cummings stable, Bella Toulon. She's worked very well during the week too. Nanushka $10 and Whitewater Bay at 100 to 1. That's for race 2 due in a minute. Her work at Flemington apparently was outstanding. The tips for Impulsive though to beat Pro Pearl and Bella Toulon for Greg Miles 2, 3 and 6. Warwick Farm dividends on the first. Brian York picked up the first winner. Sonic Switch 310 140. Charity Spring 180. Vane Streak 190. 1130 Quinella. Trifecta 6720. Here's the Cummings mare going in. Bad news for Bart this morning too, with the news that Saintly's suffered another injury, and it would appear that Saintly we probably won't see him again on the racetrack. We certainly won't see him during the spring. He was working very well during this preparation, during this lead up to his current campaign at Eagle Farm, when he sustained another injury that's put him out for the spring. So, Bart was very philosophical about the whole thing and said that the chances of getting Saintly back to the track now are very, very limited. That's bad news. He needs another star. Now, Sandown race 2, they're moving in. Favourite is Bella Toulon, but Pro Pearl is into $3.40 and Impulsive there at $5.40. The first there was won by Planet Hollywood, ridden by R. Elliott. Let's go to Greg Miles at Sandown for race 2.
Right, thank you, Matthew. The last few coming up for the Bianco Lady Handicap. And the favourite on course is Pro Pearl ahead of Bella Toulon. There's little in it between the pair, and Impulsive is the next elect. Pro Pearl is ready. We await Nanushka and Dancing Jindy to come up into the line. Dancing Jindy moving in now. Number 2 Impulsive is at 5.20. 3 Pro Pearl at 3.10. And 6 Bella Toulon at 3.30. Now Nanushka moved up on the outside and the field is ready to go. Bella Toulon down on the inside, 1,400 metres, second event of the day. All set. Just a 9 to run, and they're on their way now. Arcade up near the outside, and Pro Pearl the first 2 to bounce out. Whitewater Bay is bursting through near the inside to go up and join them, and the grey Bella Toulon is settling fourth on the inside. Now Pro Pearl is working up at the 1,200 metres and dashes to the lead over Whitewater Bay. Arcade up is third, a length and a half. Lorenza on the outside of Bella Toulon. They're followed by Impulsive in the middle, Dancing Gin to the outside. Talaktoff is back to second last, and Nanushka on her outside. Inside the 1,000 metres, and Pro Pearl by 2 lengths to Whitewater Bay, a length to Arcade up, a half the outside Lorenza, 1.5 Dancing Jindy, Bella Toulon ahead away on the rail, followed by Impulsive. Then 2 lengths back in the field is Talaktoff on the inside of Nanushka. 700 to go, and Hutchinson has the favourite Pro Pearl a little over a length in front of Whitewater Bay, a length and a half Lorenza outside Arcade up, 1 Dancing Jindy, Bella Toulon the grey on the inside of Impulsive, and then Nanushka and Talaktoff last of all. Pro Pearl slipped 2.5 in front around the home turn from Whitewater Bay and Arcade up. They're followed by Lorenza. Back behind them is Bella Toulon when they corner. Impulsive got onto heels and is last of all. And Pro Pearl at the 300 led by 3 lengths to Arcade up. Whitewater Bay's had enough. Bella Toulon is into the clear at the 200 metres, and Pro Pearl by 3. Arcade up trying hard, and Bella Toulon is starting to wind up, but Pro Pearl with a nice lead. 100 metres to go. More than 2 lengths Arcade up, and Bella Toulon. Pro Pearl nicely clear. She's going for 3 straight, and she's got it. And Pro Pearl wins it by about 3 lengths on the post. Arcade up second, Bella Toulon third. Then came Impulsive, who worked home well after getting into trouble from Dancing Jindy, Talaktoff. A break behind them, Nanushka. She was trailed further back by Whitewater Bay, and Lorenza dropped out to be last. Pro Pearl is the winner. She's made it 3 straight now. Ridden by Peter Hutchinson, trained by Maury Hill at Stony Creek. Number 3, Pro Pearl, ridden by Peter Hutchinson first. Peter riding in exceptionally good form. That's his 9th Metropolitan win since the start of June. There probably wouldn't be a city rider in Melbourne with a better strike rate than Peter right now. Second, number 5, Arc It Up, ridden by Craig Williams. And third was number 6, Bella Tulin, ridden by Eddie Wilkinson. Impulsive got into a fair bit of trouble.
Bounced in a pretty good line. Skiddy Hart, one of the first away with Miss Salika. They share the front from Royal Durham. Up handy is Jakimo. Over on the inside is Bell's Beach, followed by Sir Gratis. Second last is Zipper Dipper, and one away last is Bat of an Eyelid. They turn off the back, 700 out. Miss Salika a neck in front of Skiddy Hart, the rails. 2 lengths Jakimo, third. Bell's Beach, fourth on the fence, followed further back by Royal Durham, who's around Sir Gratis, Zipper Dipper, and last is Bat of an Eyelid. Before the turn, the leader, Miss Salika, drew 3/4 in front of Skiddy Hart. 2 to Jakimo, third, followed further back by Sir Gratis. Bell's Beach, hard ridden. 2 lengths to Royal Durham, Zipper Dipper, and last Bat of an Eyelid. Miss Salika's giving them plenty to chase, though, into the straight. At the 300, Miss Salika 2 in front of Skiddy Hart. Jakimo starting to wind up, clear then of Sir Gratis and Bell's Beach. Miss Salika a length in front, closing Jakimo the outside, then Bell's Beach. Miss Salika still a length in front. Jakimo's not going to pick up Miss Salika, though. Miss Salika's holding Jakimo. Miss Salika won by 3/4. Jakimo second, 2 away third, Bell's Beach, followed by Zipper Dipper, a break in the race to Sir Gratis, Skiddy Hart. Second last, Bat of an Eyelid, and back of the tail was Royal Durham.
3, Miss Salika, $7.40 and $2.10. Jakimo, $1.30, and Bell's Beach at $1.40. 3.15.
It's about link in. Just waiting on Astro Teddy to go in. Michael Evans has the ride. They're on the outside gate. They've got to run about 300 metres or so down to the winning post. Now Astro Teddy right, and they're set for a start. Race 2. Splasherette down in gate 1. Racing, Splasherette down to the inside, began okay. Centenary was ridden out of the gates there with a whip and going pretty fast. There was Ethan's Dulcinea up towards the lead. Ethan's Dulcinea joined by Centenary, followed further back then by starting to chime in down the outside as Toy Crow, and very deep out as Apricot and Whiskey. It's a pretty good charge coming down to the winning post on the first round now, and Apricot Whiskey's going to go across and lead by about 1.5 to 2 lengths now to Centenary, the inside of Toy Crow. Bowl Movie out wide, followed by Apanui, 4 wide behind them on the turn out of the straight. They were followed by Ethan's Dulcinea on the inside, followed further back by Dollarua. Next on the outside is Metaray, followed by Splasherette, about 1.5 to Astro Teddy. Inside the 1400 metre mark now, and the leader here was Apricot and Whiskey, 2 lengths clear. Over on the inside, Centenary second. Bowl Movie now moving up on the outside to take that position. Centenary back to third. They were followed further back by Toy Crow. 1.5 there to Ethan's Dulcinea on the inside, followed by on the outside is Apanui. About 2 lengths further back was Dollarua, followed by Splasherette, 1/2 to Metaray. And Astro Teddy 3 wide, taken to the outside inside the 1,000 metre mark now. And Apricot Whiskey away in the lead, about 3 lengths clear of Bold Movie. Going around the outside is Apanui now up to third, followed further back then by Toy Crow over on the inside. Centenary coming around the outside, Astro Teddy and Dollarua, they're both coming into the picture. They were followed by Ethan's Dulcinea on the outside. Metaray makes a move from the rear, and 2 lengths to Splasherette at the tail. They're racing off the back straight, coming down the side of the 600 metre mark now. Apanui around the outside, tackling Apricot and Whiskey, who's under the whip, and Astro Teddy moving up quickly on the outside to be third. 1.5 to Dollarua, followed further back by Ethan's Dulcinea, starting to improve quickly on the outside. 1.5 away, then came Metaret, starting to cruise into the action. They were followed further back by Toy Crow and Splasherette on the turn, 300 to go, and it's a good rally up front. Going up quickly, Astro Teddy and Ethan's Dulcinea coming down the outside. Back on the inside, Apricot and Whiskey, 200 to go, and Astro Teddy under the whip, the leader, tackled by Ethan's Dulcinea on the outside, Apricot and Whiskey. They were followed further back then by Metaray. It's Astro Teddy taking the lead. Metaray starting to charge late. It's flying the grey Metaray. And on the outside, Ethan's Dulcinea. Ethan's Dulcinea, it's safe from Metaray. Oh, Ethan's Dulcinea crashed over the line. Astro Teddy has run third. They were followed further back by Apricot and Whiskey, and then came Apanui. Followed further back in the field by Dollaroo, and then came a Toy Crow. Followed further back then by Setiari, and Bowl Movie back at the tail.
All right, $7.50, $2.10. We missed that bit of action as they went across the line. Obviously, our camera staying on the other horses until they'd got past the post, but we just picked up Ethan's Dulcinea with the jockey out of the saddle only about 20 metres past the post, so there was obviously a problem there. Ethan's Dulcinea, $7.50, $2.10. It's tight for the minors. Astro Teddy's up there with a couple of others as well. It was quite a good finish, but 10 and a photo on race 2. Now, Warwick Farm, we've got a field of 6 to face the starter in race 2. The favourite here is Exploding Success 250, Monzon 370 and 350 for My Prince. They're the top 3 hopes. Then Dudatic 24, 810 Kicker Man and General Jackson at 16. And they're starting to call them in. So let's go to Warwick Farm. John, races 3 and 4 today, I noticed when I got into work, have been reduced from 1,400 to 1,200. What's the official reason for that, Tappy?
Matt, apparently there's a very boggy section of track in the 1,400 metre starting chute that would have caused horrendous problems had they tried to start those races from the 1,400. They had absolutely no option, and it might have even been that the barrier stalls were in danger of bogging. So that's right, yeah, Mick Kokas tells me that was the chief reason, that the stalls would have bogged in their location at the 1,400. Now the last couple move in, 6 starters. Johnny Grisdale on Kicker Man, wearing colours he wore a lot as an apprentice. Off now, and Dudatic from the inside is about the first out. My Prince began well. He doesn't want to lead on it, however. General Jackson in those dazzling pink colours is striding up on the outside now to join My Prince. Kicker Man is next on the inside of Monzon, and Exploding Success, as he was the other day, has been given plenty of time to find his feet by Aaron Hugh. On the turn out of the straight now, General Jackson has pulled his way to a narrow lead over Dudatic, who again kicks up on the inside. Now there's a horse who's completely relaxed. Dudatic, have a look at that. He's got the head almost on the chest and arches his neck as they go down by the 1,600 mark, and he's lobbing along without a care in the world. Dudatic leads by a length or a bit more to General Jackson, who's settling a little better now. Kicker Man is third, tucked away on the fence, a length and a half to My Prince, a length and a quarter to Monzon, and about 4 lengths or maybe a little less to Exploding Success as they go down the back by the 1,400 mark. And Dudatic galloping with the head right down low, as in front by a bit more than a length to General Jackson. 3/4 away Kicker Man, given the run of the race by Johnny Grisdale. 1.5 to My Prince, a length to Monzon, who's got his mouth open. He wants to go faster, and 2.5 to Exploding Success as they come up to the 1,000 metres mark. Dudatic, who's been in front from the outset, pilots the field by a length on General Jackson. A neck away Kicker Man, a length and a quarter to My Prince, 1.5 then to Monzon, and 2.5 to Exploding Success. Last of the 6 as they approach the 800 metres peg, and it's Dudatic. General Jackson almost to his girth on the outside. Kicker Man is now being put in a pocket by My Prince, followed by Monzon, who's 3 off the lead and about to start a forward move, and Exploding Success is back at the tail. 600 out as they near the corner. Dudatic only ahead to General Jackson. My Prince is out 3 deep. Kicker Man close to the fence, under some pressure now, and here come the other 2. Exploding Success and Monzon make their runs together, and now they're fair dinkum as they come to the turn, and it's General Jackson joined by Monzon in the centre. Exploding Success right around the field, reminiscent of his win here last start. Exploding Success and Monzon have come away from General Jackson. They're going to fight it out. They're both out in the middle of the track. Exploding Success and Monzon tooth and nail, nose for nose, stride for stride. General Jackson on the inside is kicking again. It's Exploding Success. General Jackson, after looking beaten though, is coming back again on the inside, and General Jackson, after looking 50 to 1 in the straight, has come back to beat Exploding Success, who felt the weight in the last little bit. Monzon wilted for third, followed by Kicker Man, and a long way back My Prince and Dudatic. Well, what a thriller. Exploding...
He's coming up to the outside gate, Rancho. Garden Vale Super Vobis handicap 1,000 metres. Jerome Juredovic standing in nicely, one from the outside. Favourite Any Rhythm will jump from gate number 8. He's resuming from a spell, but he's got good first up form. Any Rhythm, a second at Kilmore before that, a win at Maui on heavy ground. All set now that Rancho Red's got in. Ready to break. Starter has them. Off they go. Any Rhythm began well. Spirit Breaker threw his head in the air, was a little slow to move. Luilla and Dane Quillo along with Gangbuster out fast. Exporting jumped okay. Jerome Juredovic from one from the outsiders going very quickly. They've covered 250 metres now. They're right across the track, and going to the lead here is Exporting in the middle. Dane Quillo hunting up on the inside to join it. A little wider out, Rancho Red on the course with Jerome Juredovic. Gangbuster just behind them in company with Luilla. Then Any Rhythm, Spirit Breaker the deepest. Back behind these is when they corner Voltage Spirit over on the inside of Gift Bouquet and Beholder Star. Gangbuster got through on the inside at the 400 and led from Dane Quillo. Luwilla over on the rails, and then came Exporting. Any Rhythm is next in the outside, and then Jerome Jurinovich from Spirit Breaker. Gangbuster in front, 200 metres to go. Here's Dane Quillo starting to wind up. Gangbuster being tackled by Dane Quillo, well clear of Any Rhythm. Spirit Breaker. Gangbuster in front, he's fighting on strongly from Dane Quillo. Gangbuster's holding him, and Gangbuster beat Dane Quillo by a length. 3 lengths to Any Rhythm third, from Spirit Breaker wide out and Rancho Red. Then Jerome Jurinovich Exporting, a gap to Luwilla. Gift Bouquet, Beholder Star was second last, and back last was Voltage Spirit.
Gangbuster number 4, $3.30 and $1.60 home at Sandown. 2 Dane Quillo at $2.40, and 3 Any Rhythm will return $1.90. That's race number 3 at Sandown. 4 Gangbuster, ridden by Nasrawilla, who is really...
Bay comes up, Sir Gallivant is right. Impertinent Bay drawn in barrier 6, and Sir Marcos drawn the outside at a move in. Now an attendant comes over to give some assistance with Impertinent Bay, who's just a little hesitant to walk into his position. He's got no great form to write home about recently. $95 on Super Tab as well. Now Sir Marcos is in, and the last one up is Impertinent Bay, the rank outsider. He joins the rest of the field in the stall, so they're set to go for the DC McLaughlin Maiden 1800 metres, race 3 of the day. Starter has the field. Favourite in barrier 8, General Carson. Racing. What a question from the inside, one of the first away. Grenade Girl bounced nicely with Break Me, Shake Me, and Sure to Appeal is coming across. Just in behind them early now would be King Vinny. Now coming across from out deep is Sir Marcos. General Carson's going to end up about 5th out of the home straight. Abbott's Revenge is next, followed a fair way back by Patiri's Pride, Impertinent Question, Prince Alusa, and last and very deep is Sir Gallivant. They head to the back, Break Me, Shake Me, and Sir Marcos 13.50 out, led by 2 lengths to Sure to Appeal. General Carson now up to 4th. 5th is Grenade Girl outside, What a Question. A length to Sir Gallivant, followed in the centre by Abbott's Revenge. The grey Patiri's Pride on the fence, followed further back by Impertinent Bay, King Vinny, and last is Prince Alusa. 1100 out, and taking over Sir Marcos, led by a length and a half to Break Me, Shake Me. 2 lengths to Sure to Appeal third. General Carson in 4th spot, followed then by What a Question, Grenade Girl. Out deep is Sir Gallivant, then Patiri's Pride. Abbott's Revenge, Impertinent Bay. Very wide is Prince Alusa, and a length away last is King Vinny. 800 left to go. Sir Marcos leads by a length to Break Me, Shake Me, who gets through on the inside of the leader. A length to Sure to Appeal third, then General Carson, who's yet to go. What a Question on the inside, followed by Patiri's Pride, Sir Gallivant. Prince Alusa winding up out very deep from Grenade Girl, Abbott's Revenge, then King Vinny and Impertinent Bay. Down the side, Sir Marcos, with on the inside Break Me, Shake Me, led by a length. What a Question railing through to third. General Carson letting go now, then followed on the outside by Sir Gallivant, and with them Prince Alusa into the straight though. Break Me, Shake Me in front. What a Question gets out. General Carson, Sir Gallivant, Prince Alusa very wide out. Sir Gallivant with General Carson. What a Question's dipped, almost dumped Claire Lindop there. In front is Break Me, Shake Me. Getting through on the rails now, running on strongly is Abbott's Revenge. Abbott's Revenge getting to Break Me, Shake Me. Abbott's Revenge with his nose in front. Abbott's Revenge. Abbott's Revenge, I'd say a nose to Break Me, Shake Me. 3 lengths away third. Goes to General Carson in front, out deep of Grenade Girl. Then What a Question, who was lucky to stay on his feet, 200 out. Next, Sir Gallivant, Prince Alusa, Patiri's Pride, followed in by Sure to Appeal, Sir Marcos, King Vinny, last Impertinent Bay.
The judge will probably call for the photo, but Abbott's Revenge looks to have the margin in its favour. 4.20 and 1.70. Break Me, Shake Me, that would have been a bad result. $10.70 for a place. And General Jackson, $1.40. 7.89, Casterton Race.
By Paul Saunders. Ginsling had 1 run for 6th on a heavy track at Kyneton. Back on top of the ground, trained by Robert Smurden. We've got about 6 or 8 of them out here. Malay Music, number 11, trained by Terry O'Sullivan. Twinkles, number 13, interesting runner first up. Ran a very good 5th at Morfordville. Is drawn nicely here in gate number 1. Matthew Paget has the ride. Peter Jolly, the trainer. And we've got about 4 of them to come in. Comrie going in. Twinkle's a nice type here. Trained by Peter Jolly. Matthew Paget has the ride. and drawn nicely in gate number 1. Yes, it really is a delightful day for racing here at Stawell today. And a real bonus being the info screen here, info vision screen here at Stawell for those on track this afternoon, giving all the latest fluctuations and, of course, the big screen and the pictures on all the meetings. Now, we're just waiting on Bacon Bits to go in, one of 2 trained by Daryl Dodson here. Stable colours on Bacon Bits and a red cap on Jai Marta. Bacon Bits and Foolish Games are the 2 out of line at the moment. Now, just waiting on Foolish Games to take the outside gate. Super Vapors, 2-year-old fillies. Maiden Plate over 1100. Twinkles has the inside draw. And they're almost ready. Stand by for a start now. Twinkles in gate 1. Just waiting on Catlana Doll. It's the last one to go around to the gates after being reshod. It's about to join the line now. Catlana Doll. The grey going up. Twinkles, very good run first up in Adelaide, trained by Peter Jolly. Set to go now. Start coming up. Out to run. Racing. Twinkles down to the inside a little bit slow to begin with Whoopie Ride. Catlana Doll was poorly out too with Aki Baba. Away flying there was Mellow Music to lead about 3 lengths into stride. Funny Bone goes to second about 2 or 3 lengths away to Hula Wits on the outside. Followed further back then by Hula Escape, and over on the inside Twinkles. They were followed further back and on the improve around the outside there by Foolish Games. About a half length or so to Bacon Bits, about 4 or 5 lengths back. Ginsling on the inside of Comray. They were followed further back then by Ali Baba. Further back would have been Dreamy about third last. Whoopie Ride, Catlana Doll, and 2 or 3 lengths away would have been Jai Marta with the tail down the side, and Mellow Music joined by Funny Bone on the outside. Funny Bone going to Mellow Music. 3 lengths away to Bacon Bits, followed further back by Hula Wits and Twinkles over on the inside, being ridden along. They were followed by Foolish Games. They come to the corner, and then Dreamy followed by Ginsling on the improve. In the straight, 250 to go, and Funny Bone takes the lead. Kicked about a length and a half clear. Starting to improve through the field. There is Ginsling. Mellow Music, and down the outside, Bacon Bits. Funny Bone the leader. Coming very quickly now is Ginsling in the centre. Aki Barber's running on late, but Ginsling takes the lead, and Ginsling got up to beat Funny Bone. Bacon Bits third, followed by Whoopie Ride, and they were followed by Aki Barber. Next in the field there would have been Dreamy, followed over on the inside there by
6 Ginsling, Funny Bones number 5, Bacon Bits number 2. 6-5-2 are the placings. They're set at Warwick Farm. Here's John.
And ready for dispatch now. Starters onto his stand, and these fillies steady down. He hits the button and they're off and running, and away very quickly as Money Rules from a wide gate. Whitfield Avenue jumped away speedily, and hunting through his Natural Nobility in the early part. Urimbler Edition is showing good early pace, and Showdoll is now scaping right along the inside rail to join the leaders. Urimbler Edition joined by Showdoll. Gila Sheila is getting the inside running to move up now to be a close second, followed by Summer Prize on the outside of Natural Nobility. Whitfield Avenue's about 6th, and then Money Rules dropping back a bit. Rosy Clouds midfield very wide from At the Bay. Green Ace, Tibio Tarsus. Now Black Sari is last of the main bunch, and Doc's Daughter is 10 lengths away, tailed right off as they near the turn. 500 metres out. Showdoll on the outside, and Gila Sheila going together clear of Summer Prize. Whitfield Avenue, widest runner on the turn, Rosy Clouds. Close to the fence, Urimbler Edition, and then Money Rules followed by Green Ace. Showdoll is well clear into the straight. The one hard up against the inside rail is Gila Sheila. Rosy Clouds, the big Sir Tristram filly, running a good race, and Money Rules from a fair way back, but Showdoll revelling in the ground is well clear 100 out, and she's got them beaten. Showdoll, she's going right on with the job and is going to win well over Money Rules. Getting up for second, Rosy Clouds, a big run for third, followed closely then by Black Sari, which made up many lengths. At the head of the others, Green Ace, Whitfield Avenue, Gila Sheila. At the head of the others, Tibio Tarsus. From At the Bay, Urimbler Edition, Summer Prize. Doc's Daughter made up many lengths, and pulling up at the tail of the field is Natural Nobility. I was very taken with Rosy Cloud's run. I almost said first up. That's what I balked for when they hit the line. I said first up. It wasn't first up at all. She'd had a run at Geelong in Victoria, but
Biscay Bay to come up now. It'll take the outside gate over at the 1600 metres, and they're all set to go. Favourite drawn 1. Off they go. Casino Heights began well with New Spec down on the inside. Away quickly Current Status, and out very fast in the early part is Sir Garth in company with Oompa Loompa as they settle fully now. And Sir Garth in the middle leads from New Spec near the inside. Oompa Loompa settling third from Golden Smile. Current Status won the Bartered Bride. Then Casino Heights getting through on the inside rail. 2 lengths further back is Brook Road, Jazeera Time Scale. 1.5 to Jack Star, Amazon Lad. 2 to Biscay Bay, and Rosilio is at the back of the field now. Along the back, and the leader is Sir Garth on the outside of New Spec with the rail. A length the Golden Smile, followed then by Oompa Loompa on the outside, and Casino Heights is just behind them on the fence. 2 lengths Current Status, Time Scale, the Bartered Bride the outside about the middle of the field now. 1 further back Amazon Lad, Brook Road, a length Jazeera, a length and a half to Biscay Bay, followed by Jack Star, and about 4 lengths Rosilio. They've gone past the 800 coming down the hill now. New Spec went up on the inside, and it's a narrow leader from Sir Garth and Oompa Loompa making a line of 3. 2 lengths Casino Heights. The favourite has the drop on the 3 leaders coming up towards the bend. Current Status getting around the outside there of Golden Smile, Time Scale, and then the Bartered Bride from Amazon Lad and Jazeera. Into the straight, Oompa Loompa 3 wide went up now and joined Sir Garth and New Spec. He's come to the outside now, Preble on Casino Heights, and he shows him the whip. He's starting to lengthen now. Current Status got to the outside, and the Bartered Bride running on well. It's Casino Heights hitting the lead down towards the 200 metre mark, rolling back to the inside. The Bartered Bride, Jazeera, and Current Status chasing him home. He's in front, Casino Heights, but he's flat, and the Jazeera and Current Status are coming at him. Jazeera, Current Status after Casino Heights. Casino Heights still in front on the inside. They hit it, Casino Heights. He's lasted to win against the rail from Jazeera and Current Status. A gap behind these to finish was the Bartered Bride, and then Time Scale. Jack Star picked up a few from Amazon Lad, Golden Smile, Oompa Loompa, followed further back in the field by Sir Garth and New Spec. Brook Road a long way back, Rosilio, and Biscay Bay dropped out to last. He's got the money, Casino Heights, number 5. He had to work to get there, but he's won it in strong fashion. Improved every start that he's had this time in Casino Heights, a third, a second, and now...
All in. Set to go race 4. An attendant to clear the way from Vauquier's barrier. He gets out of the stalls now, and we're set to see them go. There's the all clear. Racing now, very slow out was Little Elvis, missed it by 5 lengths, and one of the first away is Jars with Bronda Hero conquering keepers. Now Vauquier very wide out on the course. There's a good charge for the lead. Philly is going through with Classical Lad. Not far away is Zelina, then Major Bob, followed by Bon Keep. Next is Little Elvis tacking onto the main group with Nawari Shoko, then Ingleby Street conquering keepers, and 4 away last is Miss Control. About to turn off the back now, and it's Bronda Hero going with Philly, leading by 2 lengths to Jars. In 4th spot, the outside, Rebus, then Classical Lad. Next is Vauquier, 2 lengths then to Zelina, Bon Keep. Next on the rail is Major Bob, followed by Little Elvis, Nawari Shoko, Ingleby Street conquering keepers, and 2 away last is Miss Control. Up to the turn, Bronda Hero outside of Philly, led by a length on Jars. Very wide out is Rebus, 2 further back in the race to Vauquier, then Bon Keep, Classical Lad into the straight. Philly under pressure, but just in front of Bronda Hero. Out wide is Jars joining in, and getting through now is Vauquier. Jars hit the lead. Vauquier on his inside out after him. Vauquier is out after Jars. Jars still ahead in front. Vauquier on the inside is inch by inch pegging him back. Vauquier and Jars, heads up, heads down. Maybe Jars. Photo finish, very tight. Jars maybe a nose to Vauquier. About 6 lengths away, third goes to Bon Keep, then Nawari Shoko Rebus. Next in Classical Lad, followed by Little Elvis, Major Bob. Conquering keepers next in from Philly, who weakened out of it, then Ingleby Street. Followed in by Bronda Hero, Miss Control, and last in Zelina.
It's tight. It's certainly a bob of the head. Jars number 4.
They're set. Start coming up. Racing. And a little bit slow to leave the gates there would have been Prima's Delight, and poorly out too as Bacon as Radiant Empire Star goes to the tail. Settling into stride and going very fast there. Maranui Princess led about 3 lengths, settling down over Calabash Lady, followed by She's Irish on the outside, and they were followed further back by What a Kid. Going around the outside there came Peace Offering, followed by Blue Morn up into the action. Further back on the inside, Reball, followed further back then by Prima's Delight. A length and a half back then came Emily's Pride as they come off the back, and then Touch of Luck. Back on the inside there came Carly's Way. They were followed further back then by Gangster Boogie about third last. Bacon's Lady second last as they run down the side on 2 or 3 to Empire Star. Maranui Princess on the insiders, just the leader. Going up fast there around the outsiders, Blue Morn. They were followed further back then by She's Irish up on the firing line, and Blue Morn is next as they come to the corner with about 300 metres to go. And over on the inside, Maranui Princess from She's Irish down the outsiders, Peace Offering. They were followed by Emily's Pride. Blue Morn has dropped out. Maranui Princess the leader. Peace Offering on the outside, out in the centre is claiming it though. Peace Offering takes the lead. Here's one flashing home. It's Touch of Luck, but it's getting clear near the post. Peace Offering it wins it by 2 to Touch of Luck, and third Maranui Princess. Reborn next from She's Irish, Emily's Pride, followed by Carly's Way. Back on the inside there came Calabash Lady, never in it, followed by Bacon's Lady. They were followed further back in the field by Empire Star, and they were followed by What a Kid, and then came Gangster Boogie, and Primus Delight would have been amongst the tail enders.
Another one at double figure odds. Peace Offering 25, 65, 90. 220 Touch for Luck. Maranui Princess 270. 15, 13, 5 at Stool. They held at Warwick Farm. They're being very cooperative there today, and they are moving in for race number 4. Only 5 runners. Sold 54 is the favourite here at $2.80. Breakdance at $3.20 and Multitude at $4.60. They're the top 3 in the market. Then Graceland's at $4.70 and Shilling is the only one at double figure odds at $11. Sold 54 from the Sires stable at Randwick. Here's Tappy.
Okay, Matt, one to come in, Multitude. I was just looking at his form, you know. He's a horse you could be proud of. His last 5 starts, second at Grafton, second Ipswich, second Doomben, first Grafton, second Grafton. Beaten only in nose too last start. A wonderfully consistent horse. He's had 12 starts, or 14 starts rather, 4 wins, 7 seconds. Off and running, and Shilling a little tardy, went straight back to the tail of the field. Soul 54 flew the coop and bounded right out in front at the start. Multitude immediately goes up into second spot on the outside. Gracelands are steadied. He's caught 3 deep now because Shilling and Breakdance are both able to hunt up on his inside. Now Soul 54 slows them up at the 800 mark and is pulling a bit in front, led by about a neck on Multitude. Breakdance on the fence on the inside of Shilling, and Graceland's obliged to travel 3 deep as they approach the 600 metres mark. Soul 54 about a half length on Multitude. A length away Breakdance getting the cushy run. Shilling between horses. Graceland's travelling 3 deep at the tail of the field. Now they've quickened, coming around the bend at the 500. Soul 54 put a length and a quarter on Multitude, immediately off the bit. So is Breakdance. This leader's got him floundering on the corner, and the other 2 are well back, Shilling and Gracelands. Soul 54 clear at the top of the straight as Larry Cassidy angles out about 7 off the fence. He's a length or more on Multitude, trying his heart out in second place, but Soul 54 got away from him 100 out, and it's all over. And Soul 54 racing away is going to canter home in the heavy ground. Soul 54 wins, pulling up by 3 to Multitude. He's as honest as they come. Breakdance has run third, and the last couple of Gracelands and Shilling. JJ Size again. And Soul 54's form now reads 2-2-1-3-1. Can't he keep them up?
As Trapted took the outside and they're off. And Deerfield was the first to bounce out. Carinia Habit was away quickly. Baron of Loxley and Springtime Boy is hunting up on the inside of them, followed by Nicoletto. And just behind these horses, the Grey Carolans are settling about 6th or so. They've got a little over 200. Springtime Boy got up on the inside.